You guys, when you stir your rice, do you stir from the bottom? Because I like to stir all the way at the bottom. Like stir from the bottom all the way to the top. I usually eat in a plate, not a bowl. But to show you guys how pretty it looks, this is what I'm showing y'all. Yeah, I hear the music outside. It's loud. It sounds so lit. I figured it's meatballs, so why not eat it out of a bowl instead of a plate? Oh yeah, I'm about to have it. Let me talk to y'all while I eat because ain't nobody here right now. But you know what I hate? I hate how people make it seem like if you're not in a relationship right now, or you're not in a relationship for a while, it's like you haven't accomplished anything in life. Why do people act like having a man signifies accomplishments? I was in a 10-year relationship. It wasn't bad. We grew apart because we was not going in the same directions. We both seemed like we wanted something different. We decided to go our separate ways. So I don't understand why people make it seem like, oh, you're single? Oh, do you want another kid? Oh, like, I am living my best life right now. I am free to do what I want. If I want to cook, I cook. If I don't want to cook, I can go buy a plate of food. I don't have to do all of that. So people need to stop pushing that on you, like you have to have a man or you're not accomplished in life. Says who? I know when I was younger, I used to think that you have to have a man in your life. No, you don't. Some of the most peaceful time in your life is when you're alone without a man. I mean, some of y'all might agree, some of y'all might not. I don't know. But that's where I am in my life right now. And one of the main reasons why I actually decided to walk away was because he was the type of person that, like, let's say that music is so loud outside, it's annoying. They stopped playing the good music. I don't know what they're playing right now, but whatever. But you know, when you ask somebody a question, you be like, do you want to go to Jamaica with me? And then instead of them just saying, no, I don't want to go, that's not my thing, they'll just pretend they didn't hear you and then like start talking about something else, which they want you to read between the lines that means no, instead of just telling you no. He was that type of person that no matter what you wanted to do, if he didn't want to do it, he was not going to tell you, I'm not going to do that. He's just, you got to read between the lines, and no, that means no. And that kind of pushed me away too. That was one of the reasons. So instead of accomplishing goals that we needed to accomplish, it wasn't getting there. And at some point in life, you realize you got to walk away. So, and that was a 10-year relationship. So people need to stop acting like if you're not in a relationship, you haven't accomplished anything. You accomplish way more when you're single half of the damn time anyway, because you have time to focus on yourself. I'm not trying to talk about my mom's relationship right now, but I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. But growing up, I used to see my mom, she was in a long relationship that I thought it was like 20 years. And she was like, I was talking to the other day telling her like, oh, you was in a 20-year relationship and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, it wasn't 20, it was like 17 years. Don't push it. It was 17 miserable years. I mean, a lot of times she was miserable. A lot. And I think sometimes it got taken out on us. Not in like a abusive way, but in a way like she was always mad. And he always wants the type of stuff I saw. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing all that. I'd rather live alone than to put up with people and their foolishness just to say I have a man. Not me. And the crazy thing about people being in these long ass relationships is how much stuff they gotta put up with. Like, what did you have to put up with to be in that relationship so long? Yeah, let's talk about that. I know a lot of people that are in relationships and they don't even like the person they're with. They're in a relationship and they can't even leave because the rent is too high and they really don't want to be there. So stop pushing, oh, you gotta have a man, go find a man. Like, relax. Some people's not looking for that. Let me accomplish what I want to accomplish before I go back into a relationship. I'm focused on myself right now, and that's all I want to focus on, and my child. That's it. Let me accomplish all the goals I didn't get to accomplish when I was in a relationship. I know a bunch of people right now that's in long relationships and they are miserable. When I tell you miserable, I know this girl, every time I see her, she's crying how she wants to get out of her relationship, and it's not even easy for her. I don't know her backstory. I don't know. I just know she keeps saying she don't want to be in a relationship no more, and she's miserable, and she cries every day. Another person, same thing. Talk about it all the time. I could go on and on and on about all these people that are in relationships and not happy. And guess who's outside being happy? Yeah. And of course, I wanted my son to have a two-parent household, but it just did not work out that way. I would love for him to have that because he still asks about it. But growing up and seeing my mom miserable all the time in her relationship made me realize I was not going to stick into a relationship just because we have a kid or just because I'm going to put a man's feelings before mine. No. So I had to walk away because I feel like, as guilty as it made me feel leaving, I had to leave for me.